Welcome to We Like D&D, the show where we talk about our favorite hobby, D&D and TTRPGs in variety show style segments, like the ones we're doing today, Show and Tell, First Impressions of Shadowdark, and a game of 2DMs, one player. I'm Kelly from the YouTube channel Power Word Spill, and I'm also joined by one of my best friends and D-Inspirations, Alec.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's not the holiday episode yet. Would you like to roll for introduction?
I sure would, but I just want you to know that it's past October.
True. Yeah, and you're a hoe all year.
That's true.
This is so aggressive.
Why don't I roll for that introduction? It's a 5. So it's like December 4th, December 5th, and I go, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, and people are like, was just American Thanksgiving. I am also joined by my long-term roommate / wife, Loren.
Don't call me a hoe, please.
Well, we'll see. Would you like to roll for introduction?
We are in the living room after all.
It's a 15. I turn up in a cutie little Santa outfit, and everybody says, whoa, she looks merry.
All right. Still not the holiday episode, but...
But it's December.
It's December.
It's Mariah Carey month.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The whole month.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first up, we've got Show and Tell. We've each brought something TTRPG related that has caught our eye, and we are going to share it with each other. Actually, we brought 2 things, and we're going to pitch them. See which one we'll hear first and which one we'll hear on the bonus episode over on the Patreon. Who would like to go first with their pitches?
I can go first. Let me pitch you on a Groundhog Day inspired festival adventure.
Ooh.
Or a Christmas tree inspired monster.
Well, since it's not the holiday episode,
Yes, you've made that abundantly clear.
maybe we should hear about the Groundhog Day one.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I don't like your logic, but I do like your conclusion.
I mean, if you want to listen to the Christmas tree inspired monster, you can listen to it on the bonus episode. Still not the holiday episode.
But it is more holiday themed.
All right. This is called Pudding Fair by Will Doyle, Sean Merwin, and Cindy Moore. And in the credits, it also gives a shout out to MT Black for writing the dad jokes.
Nice.
So that's fun.
A dad consultant. I like that.
Yeah, you got to give dads jobs.
Yeah.
So Pudding Fair is a adventure. I found it on DM's Guild. It has 4.8 stars with 105 ratings.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That is very good.
Let me read you the log line. You awaken on the morning of the pudding fair, just as you did yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. To escape the loop, you must break a curse that strikes to the heart of halfling and gnome lore. So I think I brought this one in because I think it could very easily be Christmasified if you wanted to.
Yeah.
The adventure takes place during like a summer festival. It's the first day of summer, and it's a halfling community called Honey Puddle. They have they have a relationship with the forest gnome community that lives in the Three Penny Wood. And so they have this festival on the first day of summer where the halflings invite the gnomes to this fair where they cook a giant fruitcake or the great pudding. And they play games and tell stories and have like little contests and everything. It's like a very cute little annual event.
Yeah.
So this event is protected by the halfling deity Cirillali,
Okay.
who usually attends in disguise. But this year, the troublesome gnome god Erdlin also attends and really wants to taste the pudding. But the halfling deity is like, you can't do that, and banishes him from the festival.
No.
But he gets mad and casts a spell that locks all of Honey Puddle in a time loop until he can convince the halfling god to let him attend the feast.
Also, imagine making pudding so good that 2 gods show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not pudding. That's ambrosia.
Yeah, true. Very good. So the adventure, it has a couple of different adventure hooks for getting like reasoning why your party is there at the festival, like whether they were invited or they showed up because they're like hunting after like a bandit or something like that. But yeah, it's for 3 to 7 characters between 1st and 4th level. So they're like with an average party level of 3, and it gives you like a table to kind of balance it better based on the number of people that you have. I think it's designed to be a 1 or 2 shot, but I was reading on Reddit that a lot of people say it takes between 2 and 4 sessions because there's just a lot of things you can do at this festival. There's like a lot of different stalls you can interact with, and there's like a whole page of people who are there that you can talk to. And essentially 2 ways to solve the problem. You can either,
You telling me how to solve the problem?
I'm giving you the options. You can either help Siralali scare Erdlin from the valley so that the curse will be broken, or you can work with him to persuade Siralali to allow him to enter the feast. Those are like the two kind of like paths that most people take. But yeah, I think it just sounds like a really fun, for two reasons. I love a festival.
Yeah.
With a pudding especially.
Yeah.
And I love a time loop situation.
Love a time loop.
Yeah.
Really fun.
What's the kind of time loop mechanic? Is it just when you rest, when your players choose to rest, it resets, or is there some kind of like limited number of things you can do in a day, or is it just when
No,
you go
it's
to bed?
it's just when you go to bed and you just wake up and it's the same day. I think also if your character dies, it just restarts.
Cool.
That's fun.
Yeah, there are a lot of, like I said, a lot of different things you can do and people to talk to. There's a couple stalls that I wanted to highlight. Nanny Cowslip's Magic Candies
Okay.
that will give you magical effects like temp HP and invisibility and halfling luck for 24 hours, that kind of thing.
Nice.
There's a wrestling ring
All right.
and an eel eating contest.
Oh,
And also a stone skipping contest with it. I think is just very wholesome and halfling like. But yeah, there's again, it's a huge festival, so there's like lots of different things you can do, and it gives you suggestions for like this will happen on your first visit and on every subsequent visit. Like this is what changes kind of, even though it like mostly stays the same. But there's like if you go somewhere on the first day and then return another day, there's like two different scenarios of like what can happen versus if you go there for the first time during the time loop.
oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
I think this is like a really fun. I'm really curious about how this would run. And again, very easy, I think, to turn it into like a Christmas festival if you wanted to run it during the holidays.
Yeah, I've thought about running a time loop adventure for a long time because that concept is really fun. Like you're trying to get a little bit farther each day to figure out the mystery. And,
Yeah.
There is a lit RPG adjacent book called The Perfect Run, and it's like a world where everybody has a superpower.
Ooh, okay.
And the main character's superpower is that he can quick save.
Oh, nice.
And so he just like does the same stuff over and over again until he gets the most ideal outcome.
Nice.
I have two questions from this.
Okay.
One of them is very related to your show and tell, and one of them isn't.
Okay.
Which one do you want first?
The related one first, please.
When are you running it for us?
Well,
Lauren still has to run a mischievous mess first.
I know, and also the kitten rescue.
And also the kitten rescue. You got a big
I
backlog
know,
here.
they're piling up. Let's say I'll run it on the first day of summer.
Okay.
Wow. Such a definitive date.
Well,
Great.
that's when the festival starts. The
Perfect.
first day
Oh,
of
yeah,
summer.
Okay.
June 21st or whatever. Second question?
Do you guys know how to skip stones? Kelly, you must know how to skip. You look like someone who could teach you how to skip a stone.
Oh, I can do it poorly. I think in like 40, 45 years, I plan to put a lot of time into getting really good at skipping stones and just wistfully staring out at the ocean.
Incredible. What about you, Loren?
I know how, and I know the advice that people give when you're like trying to teach somebody how to skip stones, and I just don't have like the hand-eye coordination to make it work. I very often just pitch them straight into the sea.
Fair.
It is a very relaxing activity though.
Yeah.
Until you get really competitive with somebody.
True.
Oh, I've never done it in a competitive sense.
Oh, I don't think it starts competitively.
Okay. Well, that sounds very, very fun, and I'm looking forward to running it. I mean, I'm looking forward
I'm looking forward to you
Okay.
running it too. Thanks, Kelly. I would love to play in this
Locked
game.
in. We love that for you.
This podcast is a binding contract.
That's how our group works.
We got him, boys.
No one runs D&D until someone slips up, and then we all jump on them.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's why Kelly DMs and GMs for us so often, because he's the most likely to slip up.
Yeah, because I always say the word.
He always says the secret word. The secret word is, I will run this.
Do you want to go, Kelly, or should I?
Sure, I'll go. All right, I've got the TTRPG that I think Loren would make if she made a TTRPG,
I'm listening.
or a free one-page adventure you can prep in 5 minutes.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear about the dating sim TTRPG.
Yeah, that is the other one that Loren would make, but this is not a dating sim.
Oh, well, then I'm less interested. No, I want to hear what you think I would make.
Yeah, that's a heck of a pitch, Kelly.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
And I will be judging it.
All right. This is called What Should We Have Tomorrow? And this is going to sound insulting initially because it's gendered, but let me explain.
Kelly.
Audio listeners, I'm crossing my arm. Preparing to have Kelly sleep on the couch tonight.
It's weird, actually. This should have been expected because Kelly has recently been referring to me as the old ball and chain.
Babe, I told you to cut that out.
I just think it sounds cool. I think it makes me sound cool.
The other day we were chatting on the phone as we usually do, and Kelly was talking about you, Loren, and he said, "You know what? Women can't live with them."
Anyways, Loren's doesn't have my dinner ready yet, so I got to go yell at her.
Oh my God. I'm afraid people aren't going to know you're joking.
Anyways, this is What Should We Have Tomorrow? Loren's love language is very much revolves around food and making food for the people that she loves and coming up with meals that she thinks they will love. And it's like,
She's incredible at it.
And she's
Thanks.
incredible at it. And I feel very, very lucky that she shows me love in that way. And this is a game exactly about that. It's a solo journaling game about planning and preparing a week of meals for your loved ones and sharing those meals with them. You can play the entire week in a single session or space it out over an actual week if you like. All you need is some paper, note cards, and then journaling stuff, and also a 52 card standard deck of playing cards. And basically you draw face cards to determine the mood and weather for the day, and then you prepare the meals combining the ingredients cards that you draw. So it's kind of like you have to match the ingredients to fit the mood and weather and come up with a meal plan that like feels comforting.
Oh, that's really fun. And you know what? I see why you like this, because it's like fun, but it's also kind of functional.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bringing in meal prep.
Yeah.
It is
gamified meal prep.
It is gamifying meal prep a little bit. But it just seemed very Loren coded in that it's all about thinking about your loved ones and how to show love for them in that way.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I love that.
yeah.
That's going to appeal to 1% of our listeners.
Yeah, I know. That's why, it's not, this is very much a niche game, but I just read about it, and I thought, wow, this is like the most Loren coded thing that I've.
That's so
TTRPG that
cute.
I've
Yeah.
Also, like, as someone who wishes they could do meal prep and always fails at it, I love the idea of gamifying it.
Yeah.
Me too. I am also not good at meal prep either. And so, this is $5 on Itch, and it's written by Aaron Lime, which is their Itch name. I hope I'm saying it's spelled EHRON, then Lime. I don't know if that's Aaron or Aaron or a different pronunciation, but
As Canadians, we would pronounce that as Aaron.
yeah, as a Canadian, I have to say Aaron. But it's on Itch, and it's just a little downloadable game, and then a little solo journaling activity, and you can also meal prep at the same time. And
Love it.
Absolutely.
Win-win.
Okay, these are two all-star show and tell items, and I don't know if I'm going to live up because I tried to go low key.
That's good.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear the pitch.
Well, I feel like I know Kelly's response.
The Return of the Lazy DM. I want to hear about it.
I have a Christmas themed side adventure for Curse of Strahd,
Ooh.
or a cozy community building game inspired by the likes of Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing.
Oh, Alec, those are two gold star items.
I mean, I think despite my previous history of responses about this not being the holiday episode, I'd really like to hear about the Curse of Strahd.
So you just didn't want to hear about mine. I see.
Audio listeners, Loren just cut out Kelly going, "Women, am I right?"
Where's my dinner? I don't want to hear about your Christmas shit.
Do you agree, Loren, or should you guys debate it a little more?
Yeah, let's do Strahd Christmas.
Okay. So this is from a website I've never heard of before, but I'm going to be checking out more.
It's spelled Pornhub. How do you pronounce that?
I think it's Pornhub. The Three Wise DMs, and this is a kind of a blog post, one-shot adventure by Dave of Three Wise DMs. It's called Christmas in Barovia.
Sorry, real quick. Are all three of them D names? Do they all have D names?
I don't know.
I hope so.
I only read Dave's publications about Curse of Strahd.
I hope it's Dave, Dan, and
Darnell.
Yeah.
I'll set the scene for you. Dave was writing about his experience running Curse of Strahd for their group.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically said, we were coming up on Christmas and I wanted to run something Christmas themed. And I thought, how do you run something Christmassy in Barovia?
Great question.
And he said, it's actually very easy.
Mm.
He took a novel, and it was also adapted into an AMC show called Nosferatu. And it's stylized NOS for A2.
Nice.
It's a dark Christmas stories, and there are lots of content warnings for the book, but there's not as many for this adventure. It's about an amusement park called Christmasland, and it's used by a vampire called Charlie Manx to steal and harvest the energy of children.
Oh.
Dave took a map from the actual novel by Joel Hill and turned it into a one-shot adventure.
Cool.
So it takes the map and provides 4 lightly fleshed out areas of the amusement park, all with at least one encounter. And then there's a final boss fight with the vampire himself. It's a really basic adventure framework. Like I said, it's kind of in the body of a Three Wise DMs blog post, but I really liked the way he wrote it in the sense that you can put your own spin on things.
Cool.
Which is,
Yeah.
which is my wont.
Yeah, for sure.
And I found it because I was just trying to look for like a more obscure, and I don't know if I achieved that. I don't know how popular this blog post was, but I was just looking for like a slightly more obscure Christmas one-shot.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love the Christmas horror theme for sure.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like Nightmare Before Christmas,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a spooky twist on the Christmas.
Yeah, very cool. Oh, that's awesome. And so there's like a map with some kind of NPCs fleshed out, and then like, is there any kind of statted monsters or anything like that?
Yeah, so it uses stat blocks from the DMG or the Monsters Manual, and in some cases it reskins them.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Wow, that's very cool. I am very interested in that. And maybe if you start running Curse of Strahd again for us, then when we come to holiday time, we can run that.
You know what? I would love to be running again. I'm not really running much right now.
Yeah.
And I've got that itch. So maybe we go back to Barovia.
Ooh.
You heard it here. Alex committing. This is a contract.
I said perhaps.
Dang it.
We got him. We got him, guys. We got him.
So yeah, that is Christmas in Barovia by Dave of Three Wise DMs.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And what a great resource to check out. Just like a blog that just writes adventures as a blog post. That's could be
I don't
great
know.
for inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know that they do a ton of that.
Okay.
Some of the other posts by Dave were just kind of like, here's my experience running Curse of Strahd.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That sort of
cool.
thing.
Well, even so, then maybe some good tips for GMs running Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, you can hear about a cozy community building TTRPG, a free 1-page adventure that you can prep in 5 minutes, or a Christmas tree themed monster over in the bonus episode on Patreon at the We Like D&D tier.
We'll see you there. That's where all the Christmas fun is.
That's not totally true.
Ho, ho, ho.
Because we are having a holiday special in 2 weeks on the main feed.
Spoilers. That segment was brought to you by Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding. I will be putting that in my mouth.
I'm not going to touch that.
Excellent.
okay.
Then we can just move right along.
Loren's doing all of the touching on that one.
Only if he's a good little boy. Our next segment is First Impressions, where we share our initial thoughts after trying a new system. This month, right on time for Halloween,
Perfect.
we're talking about Shadowdark. Yeah, we played Shadowdark for the first time last night, and we have some thoughts.
Yeah.
I will say,
Yeah.
This is not the forum for that.
Oh, okay.
This is where we talk about before and ours.
Oh, I have some thoughts. I will say that I'm not 100% sure that I had a great time, and it can be attributed largely to Shadowdark. It might have just been that I haven't had a chance to play much tabletop recently, especially with you guys, and so it was just really nice to play.
Yeah. It was very nice to play. I had a great time.
Yeah, I did as well. Regardless of what we were playing, we had a good time.
There's a lot I liked about the system. And I think the more I was thinking and debriefing with it, we played the free Quick Start Adventure. There's a whole free starter set on the Arcane Library, which comes with a rules PDF and an adventure and all kinds of stuff. Like, if you're at all interested in Shadowdark, absolutely go check that out.
And the adventure is called The Lost Citadel of the Scarlet Minotaur.
Yeah, that's right. And so we played that adventure, and I think all of my dislikes were, and again, I'm not coming off too harsh on this adventure. I think it's a cool dungeon, but I think all my dislikes were related to the adventure, not the system.
Right.
Fair.
I mean, I guess we've already dove in, but let's dive right in. From the player perspective, what did you guys like about the system itself?
Okay, well, I guess maybe we'll start with like character creation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Start at the beginning. So I downloaded the rule set for free off Arcane Library. That comes with a little player handout that's like 50 pages ish. Kind of skimmed through most of it because I wasn't playing a spellcaster, so I didn't have to read all of the spell rules and everything. I thought character creation was really simple. Like there were a lot fewer options than building a D&D character.
Truly.
There was like 4 classes that you can pick from basically, which is kind of cool.
The whole process is very streamlined, and I think that streamlined nature kind of goes right through the system. Everything is very quick and easy to do. So that was a big pro for me. Like, that's not just through character creation, but throughout the system. Like, the whole book was very quick and easy to read.
And one of the things about that streamlined nature that I really liked is all of the options as well were like very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's like, oh, I don't have a thief class. I have the nightshade.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have a barbarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was like, oh, I know what a priest is. I know what a thief is.
Yeah.
There's nothing crazy happening here.
Yeah.
In terms
For
of-
sure.
Yeah. So that was cool. Yeah. And I just filled out, again, they had free character sheets available like on Arcane Library that I just filled it out. I filled it out old school styles.
Wow.
Whoa.
Just based on the player guide. But I know you did yours on a generator.
Yeah, shadowdarklings.net.
Yeah.
If you're interested in playing Shadowdark, it made the character creation process even easier.
And I mean, they all throughout, I mean, roll tables are a huge thing in Shadowdark, and they provide tons of roll tables. So you could create your whole character just through roll tables, like names and
Totally.
backgrounds and stuff.
Yep.
And Shadowdarklings, the website that helps you with a character builder, every single option gave you either a drop-down box or a roll the dice option.
That's fun. Yeah. So that's very true to the theme of Shadowdark then. The roll tables themselves are all great. They're not, I mean, some of the roll tables in D&D character creation are kind of boring, but these, it felt like they were just, there was no filler.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, like as a somewhat experienced TTRPG player now, it's like, you're old when, like, you've been playing TTRPGs a long time when you really admire a good roll table. Like, good roll tables are super underrated.
Yeah, for sure. Lauren, what did you play?
I played a halfling thief.
And Alec, you played?
I played a kobold priest.
So one caster, one non-caster.
Yeah. And my character sheet was 1 page and the font was large.
Nice.
Because I didn't have any spells to deal with. It was just like a really nice big font 1 page character sheet, and I loved that.
Yeah.
So uncomplicated.
And being a caster, I had a longer character sheet and it was like a page and a third.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, there's no set skills, there's just abilities. So that saves up a lot of room on the character
Definitely.
sheet. And there's, not that many abilities. You only have one action. There's no bonus action, reaction, or anything like that. So it's really slimmed down.
Yeah. Before we get too far away from talking about stats and stuff, something that we both, I think, did wrong the first time we rolled our characters.
Yeah. You're supposed to roll strength first, then, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. So that's the thing, is that in the rules, you're supposed to roll 3d6 for your stats and then just put them in order instead of assigning them.
That's right.
Which is very interesting because, I guess that kind of makes you more inclined to pick your class after you've rolled your stats.
And that's an old school D&D rule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that fits with the whole OSR vibe of Shadowdark. And but I think that's really cool because it forces you to play different classes potentially,
for sure.
which is kind of fun. You don't get stuck in the rut of always playing the same class.
Mm-hmm. We also did have, we were level 1, but we had very bad stats, I think, because of that. They were like, we all had, or no, we both had a couple of things that were like -2, minus like whatever.
I had 2 -3s and a -2.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
And so, and that's, I think, another thing is that it's not the end of the world because your character's probably going to die anyway.
One thing I'll say, you kind of mentioned it already, but obviously like the Shadowdark vibe is like old school tabletop.
Yeah.
And the writer Kelsey Dion, from my limited experience, but absolutely captured that through every aspect of this game.
Mm-hmm, definitely. And from everything that I've read in the community, it's been received as a really excellent bridge between the OSR community, the old school community, and the 5e community, because it kind of does fall somewhere in between.
Yep. It's kind of like you've got like a classic car, right? And that's the OSR community. And then you make an electric vehicle, you convert it to an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
And that's the D&D 5e community. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like an electric 67 Bel Air.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. All the latest and greatest in the sweet old school style.
Let's talk about prep.
Yeah.
For you.
There are a lot of things in this system that I really like. Just going through the book, it's like a zine size book. And the font is all big. And so, even though the book is not super short, I breezed right through it. It did not take long. And a lot of the book is roll tables.
Nice.
So that is the other thing. That's another thing that I really loved is there's so many roll tables in here that there's just so much content that you can make on the fly really quickly. There's adventure hook roll tables, location roll tables, all kinds of stuff. So it's really designed to just, if you want to throw together an adventure, flip through, browse through the roll tables, roll on them, whatever you want. There's NPC names and everything like that. So there's just a lot in the book already for you to make your own adventure content.
Cool.
So I like that a lot. The stat blocks are extremely condensed, and this is a bit of a point of contention among some 5e players and stuff, because Bob Worldbuilder made a video about how he liked the Shadowdark stat blocks, and he made 5e stat blocks in the Shadowdark style.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
And a lot of people did not like that. Did not share his love of it. It's initially difficult because they're so dense. It's just like 8TK plus 2 brackets 1d6. So it's like,
that's great.
It's everything you need condensed way down. But when you're first looking at it, it's a bit of like, oh my God, what is just this block of solid numbers? What's going on here? So it's a little bit unfriendly initially, but once you know what's going on, it's as if someone took the notes that you would make for yourself while running a session and just made that the stat block.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't run Shadowdark, but I lean towards agreeing with Bob Worldbuilder on that.
Yeah.
Like on the classic 5e stat block, I'm like looking around for stuff. It's like I need to know like 4 things.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can do the rest with flavor. And so that's definitely another sort of through line for Shadowdark is they give you quite a bit of stuff, but there's also like room for interpretation with certain things. Like here's a starting point for you and you take that where you want it to.
Yeah.
Favorite example of that are the NPCs. They just list a name and then brackets and 2 adjectives. and
Oh.
and they're so great.
So, what were the 2 adjectives for the guy we met? In room
Giuseppe?
3? Yeah, Giuseppe.
That was his name? You didn't make that up?
That's his name, Giuseppe. Yeah, I really ran with Giuseppe.
Yeah, you sure did. That was,
It was
Kelly's insert.
Yeah,
It was a classic Kelly.
It really was, yeah. A bit of a weenie.
just really weird, a bit of a weenie. Yeah,
What were the 2 adjectives?
crotchety and middle-aged.
Okay.
That was Kelly's Christmas present.
Yeah, I made him really weird. He was a really weird guy because I knew you guys would probably like, because he's a weenie, so I knew you guys would like try and threaten him, but then I made him so weird that you guys weren't sure if you wanted to threaten him
Yeah,
or
we
like
kind of wanted to see how that played out. Who is this man? Crotchety, middle-aged.
so. But they have that for all of the NPCs roaming around the dungeon.
Interesting.
And I think that's just really great because that's really all I need is like this. It's just enough that you can read that in the moment and just be like, okay, it's just enough a thought starter to leap off of. And there are a lot of takeaways for D&D that I will take from Shadowdark, and that's absolutely one of them. Is I think I'm overcomplicating my NPCs, like just 2 keywords and then just make the rest up.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like, I feel like there should be more like, I don't know, like panel discussions or something about like people's DM approaches or GM approaches, because everybody's is also different. Yeah. And like,
true.
I feel like you are like a build out the NPC sort of guy.
Yeah.
And we have very different approaches, because like my approach is pick a voice and let the character follow the voice. Yeah. And I find out as I go.
Yeah. I don't build out too much generally, but unless they're like, I guess I know. I mean, I definitely build out more than just like 2 keywords. So yeah, no, but I think this just having those 2 keywords was enough of a safety net for me to not feel blanked in the moment, but just have freedom as well. Yeah. And the other thing is this is a one shot, so I don't need to remember what I make canon. So, but so the NPCs and their adjectives were awesome. Something that we didn't get into, which I think is such a fun mechanic, and I'm sorry that I didn't run it for you guys, but one way that you earn XP in Shadowdark, which we can talk more about in a second because we really screwed that up, is by finding treasure in dungeons. That is one way that you can earn XP. The other way is through carousing, which is this whole mechanic where you can go back to town and spend your gold and basically go on a drinking spree, get plot hooks, and you earn XP through that.
Interesting.
So there's like directly, so even if you're not finding enough treasure to directly give you XP, your gold, or even if you do find treasure that has gold value and you get XP, you can then use that gold to earn more XP back in town through carousing. And there's a whole carousing activities table. Wow. And like I said, it's also great for setting up plot hooks and adventure hooks, because depending on the results of your carousing, different things happen, and it's very fun. So I just thought that whole like circular loop of how to get XP incentivizes going into the dungeons, but then also going back to town and socializing with NPCs back in town. Yeah. So that's just a really well thought out system.
And that is like, I was giving Kelsey like a lot of credit for like having old school elements all throughout. Like that carousing is like so old school. Okay. Like I think of like GURPS, which came out in the 80s. Yeah. Like GURPS is supposed to be, you can use it for any setting, like that sort of thing. Yeah. And one of the core skills in GURPS, I think, is carousing.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, but there's the circular nature of that, of like incentivizing the players to do different things and just giving that avenue of different ways to earn XP, I think is very clever.
That's like just incredible game design, right? Like you think about gameplay when you're trying to design it, you're thinking about like gameplay loops.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And that's like kind of a perfect gameplay loop.
Exactly. So yeah, I am sorry that we didn't get to experience that, but the carousing. But that's another excellent mechanic in there.
Cool.
Can we talk about the torches?
Yeah.
Because that was something. So Kelly bought the Shadowdark book back in the summer and was reading it. And it was not dissimilar to him reading Return of the Lazy DM, where he would read something and go, can I tell you something? Or we're reading in bed and I'm like, yeah, I guess I can put down my book to hear you talk about whatever nonsense you're going to talk about. But this one wasn't nonsense. It was cool. Talking about the torches, because you're in a dungeon and it's fully dark. And so you have, I mean, we'll talk about inventory, I'm sure, later, but you have torches in your inventory that you have to use, and they are essentially used in real time. So you have to have torch timers going to make sure that you're not running out of light to see where you're going.
And one thing that we didn't experience, but would be a great moment at the table, would be like when your torch goes out in combat.
Yes, yeah.
Totally. And the torches are kind of the headlining feature of Shadowdark mechanic. One thing that I definitely regret is that I kept the timer, whereas you guys should have kept the timer.
Yeah, or like had it visible, like put it up on the counter there so that we could see it, I think.
I liked not having the timer.
It was just another thing for me to forget about.
True.
And I did forget about
it, right? Yeah.
I should have I accidentally muted my timer, and so it didn't go off. But there's a whole website, I think, called torchtimer.com.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, that would be cool because you can spend time without spending it in real time. So it's like we spend 10 minutes investigating this or looking at this, and then you could just take 10 minutes off probably on this website timer.
Yeah, exactly. It's called torchlighttimer.com, and it just has two buttons: light a torch or cast a light spell. And then it has this nice little animation.
Oh, cool.
And then you can subtract or add different amounts of time.
I think it'd be really cool if you could connect that to like a fireplace video for your
TV.
Yeah. The torchlight mechanic is very fun, that it just burns down in real time, and just in general, like having darkness be a threat is fun, because I actually really don't like dark vision in D&D.
Yeah.
Darkness is such an easy tool to use to add suspense, and it's just taken away by everyone being like, actually, I can see.
Actually, I have dark vision.
Actually, I'm an elf.
Up to 60 feet out in dim light, as if it were dim light.
There's only one player in our regular party that never picks a race that has dark vision, and I bet you love that.
Yeah. Now I just need to get them alone. Was there any other big highlights for you guys in the system as far as things you liked?
I was saying this to Kelly very briefly before we cut off conversation for like, save it for the podcast. But I was saying that it's interesting that it felt so similar to D&D, but also so different.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to put like my finger on why. I guess it's because maybe the way that we play D&D, we don't really do a lot of dungeon crawling, because as a group, we kind of generally prefer more like narrative stuff, like narrative storylines, versus like going into dungeons and looking for treasure and
when we talk about going into dungeons, it's like you can turn anything into a dungeon, but like going
the
underground,
act of dungeon crawling,
there being darkness and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
we do it very rarely.
Yeah. So getting to try that, I think, was seems weird to say, but it felt very novel to me, just because like we don't really ever do that.
Yeah.
Which was kind of fun. I mean, like exploring, we had a little like map that we were going through, and we were like, ooh, where do we want to go?
Yeah.
Which was kind of fun, and just like, searching for treasure, trying to find all like the spooky, scary things, which again is, we don't do a lot of spooky, scary adventures,
True.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. The vibe was very different.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we haven't talked about that is something that I would have to grow into is early on when we played TTRPGs, like if I knew something and there was like a separation of character knowledge and player knowledge, I would have trouble with that.
Yeah.
But now it's like the default for me is like, oh, I know this. My character doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
And so Shadowdark kind of rewards, for lack of better term, metagaming or player knowledge.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
it's like one of the tenets, which is cool.
Yeah. And like that was really foreign to me now. So like the first, we basically got TPK'd in the second room. I'm just gonna come out and say it. And so we woke, Kelly was very nice. We didn't make new characters. We just woke up and had some of our gear stolen. There was a lot of moments where I was just like, well, my character doesn't know that.
Right.
Oh, my character wouldn't think that.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like it's okay for me to be like,
Yeah.
well, the strategic thing to do is.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is a big mindset shift in the OSR style in general, is just playing so strategically. And I think that was what was kind of interesting, is we were learning to play a new system, but we were also learning to play a new style.
A new style.
Which is, it was kind of like two things at once,
Yeah.
which is very different to how we normally play 5e. And there's nothing in the system that forces you to play an OSR style. You don't have to do dungeon delves. The system is very flexible.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea, if you want to use the torch mechanic, then you have to be in the dark. But and you're generally, you have to be seeking treasure to go and get XP. But I mean, you can get treasure in any adventure. And for us, we could have also broken it into two steps, where I could have homebrewed an adventure that was kind of more in our wheelhouse and just played the system with something we were more familiar with, and then tried the OSR style down the road.
I think we consciously were like, let's try the game as intended, right?
Yeah, dive in right in the deep end.
Yeah.
As a spellcaster, I really loved the spell casting.
I also really like that as well. There are no spell slots. You roll for a spell. There's a spell check. And then if you succeed, you cast the spell. And if you fail, you can't cast it again until you rest, which is just a really fun mechanic.
That's another thing Kelly told me while we were reading in bed.
Yeah, I really like that one.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the idea of not having to track spell slots, and I guess it's kind of more swingy because you never know when you're not going to be able to use a spell anymore. But at the same time, I think it fits with that whole tension, because every part of it is that like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, but it's a risk every time I do it.
Yeah, it was like Alec was about to cast Holy Weapon on both of us. He was like, I cast it on Loren's character and I cast it on my character, and then he rolled for it and he was like, I failed, so I don't do either of those things, and now I can't cast Holy Weapon again until I long rest.
But there's also like the idea, like the OSR style of dungeon delving as well, is like you might have to run away from time to time.
Totally.
Or often. And like there's something very kind of cool about like, I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to cast this 4th tier spell.
Yeah.
And I go to cast it and I fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's time to absolutely book it now.
Yeah, for sure.
That was also something that we had to get used to, I think, because like our very first encounter, like Alex said, we just like, stood our ground, I guess, again, in a fight that we had absolutely no chance of surviving. It was like us 2 level 1 weenies against like 4 spider people. And we both got knocked out by the same NPC. The same creature knocked both of us out, just like 2 strikes, and that was it. We were done.
Yep.
Thinking about it, I definitely should have done more to telegraph the danger of it. I tried to like,
pretty sure it was clear.
I tried to like give like a way out by saying like they're looking for treasure and stuff. Like maybe you guys could like barter with them or something, but I don't think I did a good enough job communicating that. But the other flip side of it is, from what I was reading after, this dungeon is already very deadly, and we did it with 2 players. And I think that is just not enough player characters.
Right.
Because at first level, both of these guys had 4 hit points.
Yeah.
And
the enemies were rolling d6s.
Yeah, the lowest enemy in the dungeon rolls a d6. So it's just like, the opportunity to be one shot is very high.
Yeah, it's like 50% every time that they hit with an attack.
Yeah.
They're one-shotting you.
Yeah. So one thing that I read on Reddit, one idea that someone had was to give the first level characters max HP. And I think we should have done that, because then you guys would have had, I think if you had been able to survive 1 hit, that is ideal, because then you can still run away, still change your course of action, still have some possibility to do something.
Yeah.
But the fact that, they just roll up and they hit you and you go down, and Alec went down first and Alec was the only one that had healing. So it's like, okay, game over.
Yeah.
The starter dungeon is very deadly, and it's also very big. The dungeon is very large.
Yeah. I think we only got to like half of it.
We probably did 40% of it, and we played for 3 hours.
Yeah. And so most people did say it takes a couple sessions at least to do. But also there is definitely some consensus online that it is very deadly. And I think if I was to do it again, I would homebrew, some
Right.
some kind of dungeon.
Yeah.
That being said, the dungeon was filled with a lot of very fun like traps and things like that. You guys didn't get to explore a ton of it. Like we said, you guys did about 40% of it. So I did appreciate that they did fill in a lot of very interesting things. But I think in order to enjoy that kind of dungeon, you kind of just have to enjoy just like exploring and figuring out what the unique thing is in each room.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what the three of us necessarily like the most out of D&D and TTRPGs in general, like that play style.
Yeah. That's fair.
I enjoy it, but I also don't think that there was a ton of opportunities to like super dive into like what is unique about this room. So there's a room with a Minotaur statue that kind of demonstrates that these statues can come to life. And by the time we got to the next statue, we were like, we're getting what we can and we're getting out of here. So we couldn't toy around with the statues, for example.
Yeah.
And then because I was playing a silly little character, like one of the other main things we could have interacted with, my character like very purposefully just dove right in and took the negative impact.
I mean, those were kind of examples of the things that you can interact with. But again, I think from, it's like, yeah, we go into this room and there's some terracotta jars with like sludge in it. And there's like, sludge in some. They have a certain chance of like exploding. And then some
I interacted with it.
Yeah, you guys did. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying is
I
like,
ate some of the sludge.
Yeah, which is any normal person's initial reaction to mystery sludge in a dungeon.
and what I'm saying is, I guess, like, I think in order to really enjoy the dungeon, that has to be the fun part for you. Is like going into each of these rooms and being like, oh, what's in here? And, oh, that's like a little thing. Whoa, what's in here? Oh, there's a bit of treasure. Like,
yeah, I think I'm just a bit of a dummy. And if we had like talked explicitly about like every room, you should like try to delight in the content of the room, which is obvious. I think I would have been like, okay, let's figure out these terracotta pots. Let's not.
But sometimes there's not like a lot to it. It's just like that is the draw of the dungeon, and I think that's the OSR style. So yeah, I think it was just that style of play is a bit outside of our wheelhouse. So it was an adjustment. So, but I don't think, like I said, I think any of the things that we struggled with were not system related. They were more style and adventure related. And I think we could absolutely play our style of play in this system very easily.
And furthermore, I think with more time in the style, we could enjoy playing that style as well.
Yeah. Do you think you would as well, Lauren?
I don't know. This is also something we were talking about. So I'll call this a neutral. I didn't like dislike it, but I didn't love it, was the very strict inventory.
Oh,
which
yeah.
obviously in D&D you do have like a carrying capacity, but here it was like a number of slots that were, I think your strength or 10, whatever is higher.
Yeah.
And so I had low strength, so I had 10 slots available for inventory. My armor took up one of them. My weapons took up 2 or 3 of them. And then you had to fill the rest with what you deemed to be important from like the list of gear you could have. So it was like, I don't know, a flint and steel, a rope, a pole, a flask, stuff like that. And then the rest, essentially torches, because you need torches. And so, yeah, I was like, I've just filled up my slots and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's it. And then if I find any treasure, I have to get rid of whatever I think is the least important, which is, I think in my head, I like the idea of that kind of like strategic gameplay. But then when I have to do it, as a person, I'm a bit of a hoarder. So I'm like, well, I don't want to give up any of my treasures. I just want to keep all of my things in my backpack and I don't want to give anything up.
Yeah.
So that was kind of tough.
I didn't have to play with it, so I didn't necessarily have that restriction on me, but I really like the idea of that strict inventory system because I feel like it solves a lot of problems for me as a GM.
Yeah.
Just about like, limiting what realistic stuff you can carry.
Totally.
And then also the genius part about it for me is that it forces you to go in and out of the dungeon.
Yes.
Which I think is something else that we are super not used to. And that is a kind of a core of this play style is that like you go in, you do a few rooms, you get injured, you go back to town, you rest up, you do some carousing, you re-gear,
sell your treasures,
you come back, do a couple more rooms.
Yeah.
I really like that as well. And then I think, you know, like that resource management is not something that we've super done in
Yeah.
TTRPGs before.
Yeah.
But I think that as well, like kind of the negative-ish experience that you might have had might have been also related to the fact that we had 2 characters worth of inventory slots to worry about.
Right. Instead of
a
like 4
full-
or 5.
Yeah.
a full party.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So it was a little bit more magnified. But yeah, I think that idea of going back and forth is not something that we do either, because we normally like you go on an adventure and you just have to do the adventure and then you come back. And there was a point where you guys got robbed of your rations and you guys were just like, well, we'll just go back and get more rations. I was like, yeah, definitely.
I felt like you were de-incentivizing us to go back to town.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to at all.
But that was at the time when you were very exasperated at our play style with Shadowdark.
I was had a bit of DM sweat because they both just died immediately.
Yeah. We died in room 2.
So I was struggling to figure out what to do. But no, I was sorry if that came across. I wasn't trying to de-incentivize you from going back. I guess I was trying to make sure that you knew you could go back, but it wasn't 0 stakes. Like you could go back and forth a lot for sure, but every time you do, every couple actions, there's an encounter roll. But yeah, from reading like the way that other people go through the dungeon, it's definitely like they went in, they did 3 rooms, they got injured, they went back to town, they re-geared, they rested, they leveled up. They went back in, did a few more rooms, got injured, came back. So
Yeah. That playstyle is so funny to me. It feels really like Power Gamer.
yeah, I mean, it is just like way more strategic in that way. It's like, okay, well, like I'm down to like a couple rations, a couple torches, and like, Greg's got like 1 HP, so I don't have any more healing. We got to go back, and then you're crawling back. So that play style is just so fundamentally different than the way that we play D&D.
Yeah.
That I think that was the biggest learning curve for us.
Totally.
Is that style.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest opportunity to me. That was like,
to
that's
try
the thing that
something new.
makes Shadowdark worth maybe revisiting in the future, is like, let's keep trying that like new novel way of playing, which is not new or novel. It's cool.
Yeah.
Just to us. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it would be perfect for like OS March's game, like to have a pool of D&D players that you have a central town and then you go adventuring in dungeon and just kind of like work your way through, because it's like it's so geared for incentivizing that loop of going down to the dungeon, having an adventure, and then coming back to town at the end of the session.
One thing that it really didn't actively encourage was like role playing and fucking around. But I think that
Which is our specialty.
Which is our specialty. But I think that role playing and fucking around like really heightened the experience, because it's like, why don't we chat for 12 minutes about nothing and then the torch
and watch the torch timer.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely doesn't, I guess other than the torch timer, it doesn't de-incentivize like role play, but no, for sure. It's
just
definitely
doesn't actively incentivize.
Yeah, it feels like it wants you to be very no nonsense and just like, okay, we go here, we search through this thing, we kill this bad guy. Okay, moving on to the next room, like very business.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about like other modern TTRPGs.
Yeah.
They're telling you like, don't forget to plan this scene with your players.
Right,
And
yes,
like at the end of this season, make sure that their arcs are satisfying. And Shadowdark is like, yeah, if they put their torch on the ground, it might go out.
Yeah. And again, I think that's probably also large part my fault as well. But there's definitely lots of opportunity built in for non-combat in the dungeon, for non-combat resolution. And it's incentivized because the dungeon is so deadly to try and incentivize the players to explore other avenues. Like the factions in the dungeon have wants and things.
Okay.
But I think that was probably my fault. I should have telegraphed that better.
I mean, I think we went about a few encounters without using combat.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really fight anyone at all because you were so weak. You couldn't.
Yeah, we got in one fight and we died immediately, and then we met a weirdo and kind of hung out with him for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Alec killed him because he was getting annoying.
And again, I think as well, like it rewards player knowledge, but we don't have that player knowledge for that play style. So I think I should have also been more forthcoming with that information, to be more explicit, to be like, you heard that the beastmen down there like don't get along with the Minotaur because they want to rule the Citadel or something. Like I could have been more explicit, and then maybe you guys would have tried to like strategize more.
That's fair. Like from my mind, from what little we were able to research on the way in, and then our experience, limited experience interacting, is like all of those things just are going to try to kill me.
Right. Yeah.
And are just deadly.
Yeah. And they are deadly. Yeah, it's like an interesting balance, because like they are supposed to be super deadly in that you can't cross them or mess with them in any way, but they do have other wants and desires, and if you like play to those wants and desires, maybe they will ally with you. Tenuously. But yeah, I did a bad job telegraphing any of that. So that part was on me. But and I think as the more you learn to play that play style as well, like as players, you would, like someone who's familiar with that style would go into the dungeon and be like, oh, like, okay, what's this faction? Like, can I learn more about this faction?
Yeah.
Let's go back to town.
Let's go carouse about it.
Let's go ask around and see who's like, who knows about what ettercaps are and what they want. And then like, okay, and then we'll try and like bring this thing for them. Like, what do they want? They want this thing. Okay, we'll bring it to them and then try and like get more information. So I think the learning curve for the style of play is steep as well.
Well, I also think that's something that could be improved upon even for like the free versions is like one thing I really liked about the player quick start guide is that it had a page before anything else that was just like, if you're really familiar with TTRPGs, like here's the basics in one page.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it dives into it and elaborates more.
Yeah.
But at no point is there any sort of like thesis statements about like, these are the sorts of things you should expect to do in this game.
Right. Yeah. And I wish there was also some more resources for like GMs a little less familiar with the play style, like myself, to be like a little bit more guidance on how to strike that balance between deadliness, but not communicating to your players that there are no options, because like how to communicate that there are options to your players. There's like a D6 roll table that I gave you those rumors, but that's it. Like that's the player knowledge ahead of time.
Right.
So yeah, I really like the system. It's very lightweight and fast, and it I think it strikes a nice balance between mechanics, but like rules light and mechanics. Like it's not rules light, but it's kind of some ways rules lighter than D&D.
Yeah.
I really like the system, and I would be curious to try homebrewing some adventures and playing it a bit more.
I'd actually love to run it for you as well.
Yeah.
And I think
I would love to play it.
I haven't really gone like, whoa, Kelly, I'm going to stop you right there. But I think you're being more critical on your DMing or GMing than I think is appropriate.
Okay.
I like, because at the end of the day, I think Lauren and I both had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah, we did.
Well, good.
And there was like definitely the way we were engaging was not necessarily what the tone of the game, you know what I mean? Is like everybody was feeling it out.
Yeah.
And like,
totally.
I don't think anybody did anything wrong or like fucked up. It was just our first time playing the game.
For sure. Yeah. Every time I run a game, I always debrief in my head and be like, what went right? What went wrong? What can I improve? How can if people weren't doing what I thought they would do or what I hoped they would do, like not in a railroad sense, but like just like engaging with the things that I thought they would engage with, why was that? And what could I do to change that? So that was part of my debrief process. But thank you. I appreciate the grace.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in playing again for whoever wants to run it.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested.
No, not me.
Playing.
No, not me. You're not getting me with that. I'm not saying it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I think I would like to play with more people.
Yeah,
I would love
definitely.
to play with like 3 or 4 players, I think.
Yeah, and some just a little bit of, I know there's no balancing in OSR, but a little bit of guidance on the balancing would have been great, because it's like 1d8 ettercaps, and it's like, okay, but just a little bit of information, some guidelines to be like, this is tuned more for like 6 players, then I would have been like, okay, well, 2 players, I need to like tone it way the heck down. It was just, I knew it was deadly, but it was hard to tell how much too deadly it was.
There's 2 of our people that are in our group, some more often than others, but there are 2 of them that I think would have a great time playing Shadowdark.
Yeah.
And I'd love to pitch playing with them.
Like I said, I really liked the system overall, and none of my dislikes were anything about the system, and not even dislikes as in I think the starter adventure is bad in any way. Just I would have 2020, I would have run a different adventure as a starter adventure.
Right.
But overall, there's a lot to love in the system, and there's absolutely, it leaves no... there's no wonder why it keeps smashing Kickstarter records. They just did another Kickstarter for their setting guide earlier this year.
Oh, cool.
That blew through all kinds of records again. I mean, it's got a super strong community on Reddit and everything. And I think it's going to have legs for quite a while, which is cool.
The vibes are right.
The vibes are absolutely right. And
for any time of year, not just spooky season.
Yeah. And at the very least, I feel like that the tension was like you guys felt the tension.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
This is I should have brought this up earlier, but part of that tension, someone wrote on Reddit that the reason that it's so deadly is not just to be deadly, but it's so that there are no trivial encounters, which I thought was really interesting way to think about it. And I hadn't considered that before. Like in D&D, if you have a random roll table, it's like, 3 goblins, like this is just wasting my time. Like, I know I'm going to win.
Pack of wolves on the road.
Yeah, like I know I'm going to win, so why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Whereas in Shadowdark, there are no trivial encounters because every random encounter could be deadly.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting motivation for it to be so deadly, which I didn't really consider before. So. But yeah, I look forward to playing more, running more. If you're at all interested in Shadowdark, just go get the free start guide. And I feel like it's taught me a lot about like D&D as well, as far as things that I would take and do as a player and as a GM in D&D. So
yeah, for sure.
It's got a lot of great things in there.
Yeah. I actually so coming into this conversation, I was like, I had a great time playing. I don't know if Shadowdark was a huge part of it. I actually think Shadowdark was a huge part of it. Like, I would absolutely play it again.
Nice. And there's a great community on Reddit for Shadowdark, and a lot of people recommending some 1-page dungeons and stuff that were really short as starter stuff. So that have a little bit more GM assists as far as telegraphing danger and things like that. Right. So there's lots of resources out there that are really great. So even if you don't run the starter adventure, if you just get the starter set, use the rules and everything, and you can also make your own.
Yeah, nice.
That was our experience playing Shadowdark, and it won't be the last.
Sounds like
Loren's gonna run it.
Absolutely not. You're trying to trap me. This is not a legally binding contract.
That segment was brought to you by 2 adjective NPCs. 2 adjective NPCs. I can embody avuncular and slutty any day of the week. Our next and final segment of this week is 2DMs 1 player.
Yay.
You know it, you love it. It's a segment where Kelly and I take turns DMing for Loren, and the little twist is we're trying to get her to say a secret word. Now, if Loren says the word on your turn DMing, you get +1 point. But if you, Kelly, say the word on your turn, that's a -2 penalty.
Water bottle. Shit.
Parts of the word count too. So why don't we just jump right into it?
Yeah, with that being said, Loren, get out of here.
Get out of here and go back to the kitchen or whatever. Joke's on you. I love the kitchen.
Yeah, Loren actually, it's been a slippery slope. She's becoming more of a trad wife every day. Kelly,
edit the podcast.
Do you want to roll for a word?
Sure do, bud. I'm crotchety and middle-aged, and I can't read the die. It's an 11.
The word is beans.
All right, Loren, tell us about your character. Who are they and what are they doing?
But wait, first, Alec and I need to roll to see who goes first.
Oh, well, we could have heard from Loren first.
True.
Kelly is trying to minimize the amount of time that I speak on this podcast because he hates when women speak.
All right. Yeah, it's true. All right. Low roll goes first. Fuck. I got a 2. Oh, no, Kelly knocked it to a 12. He goes first.
Whoa. We never had this situation before. We didn't establish the rules.
All right, I can go first. I can be in the losing position.
All right. I will be playing Alice,
Alice.
a half-elf rogue who is spending the day with her niece, and her niece really wants to go sledding.
Okay.
Well, let me remind you again, this is not the holiday episode.
I know, it's winter-themed. Sledding. That's a snow day activity, Kelly. It's not a Christmas activity.
Okay, all right.
Alice, the half-elf rogue who is hanging with her niece, and her niece really wants to go sledding.
That's it.
Okay.
All right, let's put 1 minute on the clock, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Alice, you are babysitting your human niece, Katie. Auntie Alice, can we go sledding?
Yeah, it's been snowing for a couple days, so there's probably some good snow up on the hill over there.
There is some good snow, but there's a minor complication.
Uh-oh.
Alongside babysitting Katie, you're also babysitting Katie's 6-month-old puppy.
Oof. Who gave Katie a 6-month-old puppy?
It was a younger puppy when Katie first got her.
Yikes. Okay. I mean, we probably have like the stuff for the dog with us, like a little leash and everything. How big is this dog? Is it going to get swamped in snow?
It's like a Spitz type dog, so it's not super not down with the snow.
Okay.
It's growing rapidly. It's like pretty big for a 6-month-old.
Okay.
And it has got the biggest little paws.
It's got the biggest little paws, and Katie goes, "Come on, Rufus, let's go sledding." Did you give the dog a name? No, you
Yeah, it was Rufus.
okay, great. Come on, Rufus, let's go sledding. Are you at their house, or is Katie at your house?
I probably went to their house.
Okay. Yeah. So she's like reaching for the door, like trying to go outside.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably fine. I can just carry the dog.
Yeah. Sounds good. Do you open the door, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll make sure that she has like all her snow gear on, I guess,
Yeah.
like boots and coat and mittens and hat and whatever.
Yeah. She's all like super antsy and stuff by the door, and she gets just as you're opening the door, she like trips and falls and is falling towards the hard stone floor.
What do you do?
I grab for the hood of her jacket, I guess, to try to like
Make me a dex save.
2. Miss her. Oh, face plant.
Face first into the hard stone. And
Oh my gosh, Katie, are you okay?
yeah, so she looks at you to see your reaction, and she sees you panic, and she just goes, "No!" And she starts scream crying.
Okay, let's come back in. I don't think it's that bad.
It hurts, I broke my face.
No, that's not possible. You definitely didn't break your face.
And you like go to kind of like pick her up and get her back on her feet, and she does have like a bloody nose.
Oh no. Okay, so I'll bring her back inside, shut the door, go get like a towel or something. Just like, okay, put your head back and we'll take care of that, and then we'll go sledding.
Okay, I'm hungry and I gotta pee.
You're being really brave. I'll go get you a snack.
As you look closer, you like see that her jaw is quite split, and you're thinking that like it's actually pretty serious injury.
Do they have any sort of like, I imagine in the bathroom or like whatever, the kitchen, maybe they have like some sort of first aid something.
They do, but you think this might be beyond that, and you might need to visit
no.
the local healer.
Oh no. Okay. Katie, I think we're just going to take a really brief stop at the healer's house before on our way to the sledding hill.
No, is it bad? Is that bad? She starts crying more.
No, I don't think it's that bad. It just looks like a cut that maybe is a little too big for any of the gods that we have here.
She fully starts bawling more. What do you do?
Okay, we're going to leave the dog. This is testing me as like a maternal figure.
Which is the theme of this episode.
Okay, I mean, the dog is probably fine, to be honest. I've never had a 6-month-old puppy before, but the dog is probably fine if we put it in like an area of the house.
Yeah, and just as you're thinking that, the puppy goes up and starts licking Katie's face. And one thing you remember is that Katie loves playing with her puppy's feet. You know, like the pink little pads?
Yeah.
She's obsessed.
Okay. So I guess I pick the dog up.
Yeah?
And I'll hold it and I'll be like, okay, well, let's go with Rufus and we'll take the dog to the healers with us. Okay? And I like put my hand out to like hold her hand.
Rufus can come with us?
Yeah, totally. I'll carry him.
Okay. And then we'll eat lunch and go sledding?
Yeah, listen, I'll put some snacks in my pocket and we can eat them on the way.
Okay. Daddy always says I gotta be brave.
You're being really brave.
You head out towards the healer's house. It's just down the street. It's like a little hut at the edge of town. And you arrive outside the door.
Okay, knock on the door.
You see this old, like, hag looking, this old hag answers the door. Hello, little pretty. What can I do for you?
Hi, my niece fell a little bit. You can see she has a bit of a cut. I just want to make sure that's all good.
That looks really bad. Why don't you come in? I have just the thing.
Okay. Follow her inside.
She, like, whips up a salve and goes, I just don't have, I just need a little bargain from you, if you'll be so kind.
What kind of bargain?
Well, I need you to go find something for me.
Okay.
So,
Do you want to just keep going? This is fun.
sure, we're going into overtime.
All right.
Is this sudden death?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'm making a chili and I'm missing some ingredients.
Okay.
I need tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
I need celery. What else goes in a chili?
So this is fully unrelated to the salve.
No, it's a quid pro quo, my dear. Quid pro quo.
Can I just pay you money?
No, I don't. What is this, some sort of capitalist society? We're socialists here.
Oh, you're right. I forgot I moved here for that reason.
Yes.
Okay, chili, meat? Do you have
Meat,
some
I've
kind of
got-
like ground meat or something?
Got some ground game meat.
Okay. Chilies?
Chilies. Yes. Could pick up some chilies.
How am I
I'm
to get
hurting.
these ingredients
Go out into the town.
and spend my money on these things so that you can have it for free?
I won't tell you how to acquire them.
Okay. Well, I'm not leaving my niece here.
No, dearie, you take your niece.
Oh, that was the voice. I forgot.
Here, you. She hands you 3 dried like granules into your hand, like seeds, and goes, plant these, and they will grow all the ingredients I need. Just do it out there.
This is Jack and the giant beanstalk ass.
And that's our game.
Booyah!
I forgot what the word was for so long.
Oh, was it bean?
Yeah, beans.
Oh, that's
So I was like, toe beans.
oh, toe beans. Yeah. For some reason, I only
Takes it in
associate.
OT.
I only associate that with cats.
Oh, Junie's got a little toe beans.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I just think about toe beans belonging to cats.
Good game. It's been a while since I had a W. It's been quite the dry spell.
Hey, Kelly, Merry Christmas.
Hey, this is not the holiday episode. But you know what is the holiday episode? The episode coming up in 2 weeks.
That's right.
Because our next episode is the first We Like D&D holiday special.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. We're all going to be a bunch of ho, ho, ho's. And we're going to crown...
So the only one doing anything different next episode is Kelly.
That's right. I'm going to get into the holiday spirit.
He's going to unbutton the top button of his button-up shirt.
Button.
We're going to be doing a bunch of fun stuff, including show and tell awards. We're going to be awarding some awards to show and tells from the year, doing a holiday theme, 2DMs, 1 player, and telling you our TTRPG Christmas wish list.
Yeah.
That's all to come in 2 weeks. But what's to come right now is you going over to Patreon. Oh, phrasing.
Kelly's getting into his ho phase early.
Okay, well,
Try that again.
maybe you're not coming right now, but you could be going to the Patreon to sign up to We Like D&D and listen to the bonus episode where we will be doing our other show and tell items, and we will be building a 1d6 table of gifts, magical item gifts to give to your players, and doing a round of Would You Rather. So, despite what I just said, you're going to have a great time on the Patreon, so you should go check it out.
Make sure you like and subscribe, share it with a friend, and get in the comments because we want to hear about your comings and goings.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you either right now or in 2 weeks.
Ho, ho, ho.
We appreciate you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho,
Merry
ho, ho.
December.
Not the holiday episode.
That segment was brought to you by the old school mentality. The old school mentality. Women, am I right?
We're going to get angry comments. Or comments that agree with you, and that will be even more upsetting to me.
That segment was brought to you by women. Am I right?
I'm going to put this as the outro with no other context. So you just sound like a dick. On Christmas, Kelly.
On December 5th, Kelly.